Hey guys, it's Henry at Mowers and Blowers again, and today I'm working on this Craftsman Lt2000, the one I pretty much got for free through the trade of a snowblower and getting another snowblower that's in better shape than the one I traded. Anyway, so as you guys know, I was riding this thing the other day and it just quit, and the drive belts are kind of funky, and it got caught up in the engine and the pulleys, and it just quit, you know. Couldn't start it back up again because battery was dead. Well, I got a new battery, and also the wire to the round loop was frayed, like it was only being held on by one or two of these gauges, you know. So I replaced the battery, the clip for the wire, and a new battery. This battery is the Everstart U1R7, and I got this for $21.97 at Walmart. That's like they sell like the cheapest lawn tractor batteries. I bought like 10 of them already, you know. I have to go and get another one for that one. Anyhow, so I wanted to get the so it started just fine when I restarted it again with the new battery, but I tried to engage the blades and it wouldn't work. It actually stalled it, which I couldn't really understand. But then, so I was looking at the blades and I was rerouting them and everything. Not rerouting them, but just making sure that it's routed correctly, you know. So it looks like I got a lot of slack. This is with the tension on, you know. This is with the lever engaged. So look at that, man. There's like 8 or 10 inches of slack here, you know. Shouldn't be like that. So I went and checked this number on the belt, 429636, and it turns out it's a shoot. You guys all right? All right. And turns out it's a one half by 106 inches. So then I went and checked the part number. The correct mower deck measurements for this model, which is 247-288-841, and it actually shows that it's supposed to be 1/2 by 96. So this belt is actually 10 inches too long. I mean, I don't know how, you know, the guy mowed this with this thing with a belt that's 10 inches too long than stock, you know. I mean, you could just see it's not that tremendous, it's not a big deck, you know, it's 42, you know what I'm saying? And anyway, I'm pulling it tight, you know. See? And there's, like I said, looks like 10 inches of slack, you know. So I'm going to order a new belt. It's only like 10 bucks. And then we'll have that straightened out. I think there's something else wrong with the drive belt too. I believe there's 2 belts that drive the drive. Anyway, I'm going to have to sort that out another time. Today I'm going to be working on the valve lash, because when the engine is running, there's clicking, you know, lifter sounds. I mean, it starts okay, but I guess it could start better, right? And so I'm going to do the valve lash on this. I'll be honest with you, I haven't done many valve lashes. I've done maybe 2 or 3, and I'm not really too sure if I did them great either, you know. So I'm going to remove this hood and take that valve cover off. Removing this hood is very easy. It's in a bracket like that, both sides. And so basically, you move the thing to about here and lift up. And it comes right off. Really easy. Looks like it's a bolt's busted. That's definitely not good. The valve cover's off. He used Permatex gasket seal. Gonna have to scrape that off and do it again. There it is right there. Remove the boot from the ignition coil, and I rotated the crank until this one was all the way open, and checked out this gap. That's pretty loose, isn't it? So this is the exhaust side. It's probably 7 thousandths of a inch, right? That's like 1/4 inch. Just to make sure, I want to get it to top dead center, so I'm going to remove the spark plug and stick a screwdriver in there. It's a good idea to check the spark plug too while I'm at it, you know. It looks pretty good. Yeah, looks pretty good. It's wet from the gas. So I've got it at top dead center now, and now I can see both. Really loose, guys. This one's not as loose, but pretty loose. This is the intake side, and it's supposed to be 4 thousandths. Very loose. I'm surprised it even started so well, you know? Let me go find my feeler gauge. So I've got my Torx bit here. It's perfectly in the center here. So basically, you got to loosen these bolts here by holding it like that, right? And then tighten it. Here's the intake side. So we're going to use 4 thousandths, right? I don't have a 7, but 6 and change is good here. So I'm going to do this one first. Obviously, it's way out of whack. So I'm going to loosen this, tighten it in. So I've got it where it's nice and snug, where you can run it through there and pull it back out. And now I just tighten it. So I think that's good. Let's check it again. 6, more like 7. Right. 4. Good. So I think I know why this part was so out of whack. Because when I was just, you know, using a razor blade to clean off the old gasket, right? I saw this black thing over here, and I looked closely at it, and it was this thing. I don't know what you call it, but this goes on the end of that. You know what I mean? It was sitting there. So I'm not sure whether or not it fell off. This one has it. This one it fell off. So I think that's why it was so loose, you know. So I'm going to have to redo this again by putting this back, you know, and then measuring again. But I'm not sure whether or not it was off from me shaking it or it was off from the start, you know, but we're going to get it all squared away now. So I got that back in, straightened it out, and I'm just going to take off that excess old gasket. I'm going to have to go to the store now and get some Loctite for the bolts for that thing over there that I have to work on, and some more gasket maker. to re-put that on. Also, I'm going to see if I can get an extraction tool, you know, those drill bits that are left-handed. I'm going to try to take that out, you know, because, or you know what, I might just drill a hole out and put a bolt through there. So I just clean the surface there. I'm going to try to work on that bolt, the strip thing there. So I managed to drill a little tiny hole all the way through. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this really small Torx bit and I'm going to hammer it in there, right? Hammer it in there, and then I'm going to do the reverse counterclockwise on an impact wrench and take it out. Hopefully that'll work. If not, I guess I'll go get an extraction tool if I haven't damaged it. Just hammered that in a few millimeters. It's all the way in. So I'm going to use the impact and see if I can get it out. So it didn't work out well. The thing that I had in there stripped too, so now I got it all plugged up. But you know what, man? These are valve covers, so there's not a lot of pressure that goes to it. You know, you could actually run the engine without the valve cover. It's just a matter of leaking Earl out, you know. So I'm going to give it a try without. I'm just going to leave that bolt out, you know, and just secure it with 3. I've got a good, generous supply of gasket maker, and so it's filled up pretty well. And as long as it doesn't leak, we should be good. If it leaks, I'll have to get a bolt extractor and just get it out. But I think this will be fine. So I just put that back on, and I hand tightened it for a while. I'm going to let it cure a little bit before I torque it down. But this ought to do, man. If it doesn't, we'll address it. But like I said, it's just a valve cover. It's not a sump or a head gasket that we're making. So I think it'll do. Just got to let it cure correctly, you know. And when it pops out like that, you know you got all of the areas. We'll see what happens in a little while. So it's been a couple hours. In the meantime, I put a tube into this tire and put a battery into that one, and I torqued those down. So I'm gonna start it now and see what happens. Quieter now. Cool. Idles well. Nice, smooth. No leaks. Looks good. Nice. And that's how you do the valve lash on an LT2000 Craftsman lawn tractor. It's pretty easy. And like I said, that valve cover's holding up just fine. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. guys. That's just another project. On to the next one. Hey, follow me on Instagram at Mowers Blowers. Also, check out my website, mowersblowers.com. Hey, subscribe. I need like 1,000 subscriptions. See you guys later.